Hello, my name is Scott Cutler, and I'm a planner with the City of Wheat Ridge Community Development Department. I'm presenting case number WZ-24-05, which is a request for approval of a specific development plan for the construction of a daycare center at 3905 Clear Creek Drive in the Clear Creek Crossing mixed-use development. The subject site is located on the west side of Clear Creek Drive, south of the Clear Creek Drive and 40th Avenue intersection within Planning Area 6 of Clear Creek Crossing. The subject site is currently vacant. The Hampton Inn site is just to the northwest and is currently under construction, with the recently completed Outlook 2 Table Mesa apartments further northwest. The hospital campus is across Clear Creek Drive and 40th Avenue to the north, and Lifetime is to the south. The internal roadway system and utility infrastructure connecting Hampton Inn and Lifetime on the west side of Clear Creek Drive were completed in late 2022. The subject site is located within the Clear Creek Crossing planned mixed-use development, shown in green, and is located within Planning Area 6, which is also called the Harvest District, denoting this area as a commercial subdistrict within the development. The site is surrounded by the Clear Creek Crossing development on all sides. This request for SDP approval is the second step in a two-part approval process pertaining to planned developments. The first step occurred in 2018 when Planning Commission and City Council approved the Clear Creek Crossing Planned Mixed-Use Development Outline Development Plan, ODP, which established the zoning, case number WZ-24-05. The zone change also included approval of a vision book that establishes the intended design and architectural themes and materials, as well as a design pattern book that includes the more substantive development regulations. An Architectural Control Committee, the ACC, was established specifically for this Clear Creek Crossing development to ensure compliance with the design pattern book, third-party review, consistency across the project, and to conduct schematic design review prior to the city's planning review. It's comprised of members representing both the developer and the city, and the ACC has provided their recommendation of approval. The applicant is requesting to build a two-story daycare center approximately 14,500 square feet in size, with two outdoor play areas, connections to private streets within the development and access to signalized intersections, and a parking area within the Denver water easement. Daycare centers, including preschool uses, are permitted in Planning Area 6 or the Harvest District of Clear Creek Crossing, which includes the subject site. And I'll show all of this in more detail on the next few slides. But the site also takes into consideration adequate vehicular access, planning area connectivity, and pedestrian connections. Starting with access. The vacant 1.3-acre site is proposed to be developed with a daycare center for Primrose School, shown on the star on the map. Two access points are proposed into the site, one at the frontage on Crossing Drive, a private street, and one connecting to the intersection at the Hampton Inn. This slide is meant to give everyone the bigger picture of what has been developed so far in the area, with the street network and the sites completed, under construction, and under review. All of this area is considered to be Block 4 of the Clear Creek Crossing development and is being replatted to create lots for each individual building. The dashed line across the Primrose site denotes the extent of the 80-foot Denver water easement, where buildings are prohibited, but parking and open space is permitted. The building is located central to the site and surrounded by a looped drive and parking. The building location is shown in blue on this slide. Two access points are proposed into the site, one at the northwest corner, which will tie into the private street intersection also serving the Hampton Inn property, and one at the southeast onto an extension of Crossing Drive that will eventually tie into future commercial development to the south. Crossing Drive is a private street that is under review to include a wide pedestrian walkway connecting the hospital campus to future commercial development south of this site. Coordination is ongoing between the two projects, and those improvements will be built by the master developer. The SDP reflects 50 proposed parking spaces which are placed in front of the building between it and Clear Creek Drive within the Denver water easement. The amount of parking provided complies with the code for daycare uses. The parking area also includes sidewalks, allowing pedestrian access from the site to the private streets and signalized intersection. The project exceeds the minimum requirements for 20% of the lot to be landscaped. Includes two fenced outdoor play areas on either side of the building, and the site is surrounded by landscaped areas, including some areas along Clear Creek Drive that will continue to be maintained by the Longs Peak Metro District. The architectural style is driven by the Clear Creek Crossing Design Pattern Book and Vision Book, which call for a modern agrarian aesthetic that blends traditional agrarian forms and materials with a modern feel. It also requires strong attention to be paid to the pedestrian realm. The building will be 2 stories tall, and the facades are primarily comprised of fieldstone and fiber cement board and batten siding with a shingled roof. The fieldstone and other materials will match the nearby apartments. The materials carry over to all sides of the building, resulted in 4-sided architecture. The stone base helps to enhance the pedestrian realm and anchor the building, and the roofs are gabled with some overhangs to reflect a more residential agrarian theme. This slide shows the front elevation facing the parking area in Clear Creek Drive, and the back elevation facing the private drive and fenced landscaped area, and I'll also quickly share the side elevations. These are the side elevations, which will face the play areas and the private streets. Since Wheat Ridge is not a full-service city, we sent the application on referral to outside agencies including fire, water, and sanitation, as well as completed an internal review. We did not receive objections from outside agencies, and coordination with these districts is ongoing, including Denver Water. Civil construction documents are nearing approval, and a plat is under review for the entire Block 4 area to create lots for each user, including Primrose. A recommended condition of approval has been added to denote that minor changes may be required to the site plan to coordinate with this development surrounding infrastructure improvements, which are being constructed by the master developer. Before the hearing, the property was posted for 15 days, and letters were sent to property owners and residents within a 1,000-foot radius, and the project was posted to Wheat Ridge Speaks. Any comments received will be reported back to the Planning Commission. Staff finds that the SDP is consistent with the ODP and is in compliance with all the standards set forth in the ODP, the Clear Creek Crossing Design Pattern Book, and the City Code. The SDP is consistent with the purpose of the planned development, and all agencies can serve the property. Ultimately, staff is recommending approval with the condition as listed in the staff report. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.